cool.
We're live.
All right. Yes, welcome to Real Neighbors episode 7.
Episode 7.
Yeah.
And you know what? Last week I accidentally misnamed the podcast episode 7.
Did
I
you?
thought we were already there, but now we're here.
Wait a minute. You changed it though, right?
Yeah, you can change everything in post now.
Good. Okay. Well, you're getting ahead of yourself.
Only the real fans will know that was episode 6.
The ones who were there right off the bat, who
It
got
was
it
up
the
for-
first
it-
couple minutes.
It was up for probably actually 12 hours. And then
Are you serious?
Yeah, I was looking at I think I was stroking my ego, looking
Yeah.
at the Spotify or something, and I realized, I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah.
I put one as episode 6, I had to go back. I fixed it.
So
doesn't matter.
This is episode 8 if you count the Lost podcast, number 6.
Whoa.
Yeah.
A
We
theme.
have a secret one.
Nobody talks about that.
So let's actually change all of them and just skip 6.
Well, in 6 months, we'll know who the real fans are.
The people who notice.
I remember the lost episode.
Yes. So yeah, we're recording in a different area right now.
Oh, this
because
is different.
Austin destroyed the cabin.
Let that be on the record. His dad, everything went, Austin did what?
No. They were happy we actually noticed the issues. So yeah, it was my parents' cabin that we usually film in, but there was the floor was like rotting away, and Austin poked a hole in it.
Yeah, if you saw the last episode, I fell through the floor.
Yeah.
And I will say there was tons of hot spots all over the floor.
Yeah.
So I was really, it needed to happen.
Well,
so.
and I noticed them the first time we went in there. I was like, wait, Austin, there's like some soft spots in here. But we were just like, yeah, whatever.
We just deal with it.
Big
You know why?
deal,
Because
big
this
deal.
is Real Neighbors.
Yeah.
And you know what? We deal with real problems.
Yeah, we keep it real.
including dissolving cabin floors.
we really ignore issues like that.
Oh, thank you, Jamie.
Yes,
Thank you.
I know.
My day's already been made.
Yeah. So yeah, we're recording in another little shack. We
successfully found another shack.
another little shack we did, and that's our. We seem to like recording in dingy areas.
Yeah, you know what? We had two options. One was a nice area, and one was a pretty trashy area with a lot of garbage. And you know what? Our heart of hearts said we have to go to the trashy place. So
we keep it rustic around here.
and I'm happy we're here.
Oh, yeah.
The only downside is we don't have any dramatic lighting, like
No.
like some orange old bulbs or something. The fluorescent is
Yeah.
really taking away the vibes.
I know. I feel like I'm in
But
school right now.
I want you to image that you're here right now, and you're just getting washed with fluorescent light. I know, yeah, it's not great. So I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy you're here with us.
Yes. Whoa. Oh, okay. I'm moving closer
Whoa,
because
yeah,
I
let's do
I
that,
almost
yeah.
flopped that right.
All right.
Our recording device right off the table.
So Jamie, what do we got in the burner?
So what do we got on the burner? Well, so yes, because of that whole hole issue, I've been helping my dad fix the cabin because it was like my parents worked on it, my parents' cabin, and so I've been helping with the floor. Hopefully, we can get back in there soon as possible.
Yeah,
because-
we do. We have some stakes in there now, so I
Yeah.
appreciate that you're part of the grind.
Yes, I'm
You're
working.
getting the
away.
job done.
Yeah. Yeah, which is funny. I'm not. I wouldn't consider myself very handy when it comes to anything, but especially construction.
Don't worry, Jamie. I think everybody that knows you would agree.
Oh shit! Oh, hey, I'm allowed to be self-deprecating, but
Jamie-
I don't want everyone on my case. I'm
Jamie,
kidding. I'm handy, man.
If the word, if the phrase, it's a good thing you're pretty applied to anyone, Jamie.
Oh,
It would be you.
I'm blushing, dude. Thank you. Yeah, no, I literally, I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to helping them, but I'm a good help. You know, he can instruct me on like what to do because, well, I don't know. When there's a main goal, I can help achieve that goal, but I'm not the
Take the
idea
floor
man.
out, and you go. Yes,
How-
yeah, I can do that.
How do we do it? Do we break
Do we
the floor?
break the floor and get it out?
And he's like, yes. I'm like, okay.
That's right, son. My failure of a son.
Oh. Hey, no. Once he saw me ripping those floors out, he was like, my God.
That's
what
my
a
son.
talented man.
That's my boy.
Look at this guy working hard.
Never thought you could do anything, son.
Oh, you're coming in.
Well,
You're coming in
okay.
with the burns
Well-
right now. Damn, they
Well,
don't look down me that much.
Do you want to burn me?
They don't
you
look
can, you can burn me if you want.
Yeah, you're
Too
stupid.
bad I'm impervious
You're stupid
because I'm
Just kidding.
successful, and my parents are proud of me.
Oh my God.
Wow.
So
Where
this
are we
is-
going here,
This has
Jamie?
concluded the roast of Jamie Welch. So I don't know where we can go. But you used to actually work on houses, did you not?
Yeah, that's right.
In
I used to be a framer
BC.
in BC. Oh, dude, I will tell you, the best part about it was the view.
Yeah.
We did it in case, maybe have some people that are locally nearby. But I did work in West Van on these custom homes. And one house we worked on, which I shit you not, we were there for like 5 months. It was like a $22 million house, 16,500 square feet. And the whole outside was made out of limestone blocks.
Oh, wow.
Pure limestone. And they were like 16 feet by 16 feet slabs
Is
of limestone.
Is limestone expensive?
Oh, yeah. Well, I can tell you right now, it is not something that people just have lying around.
Right.
They're like, oh, you want to make your house out of limestone? Awesome.
Now, second,
that's so great.
Now, second question: is it sour? Did you lick it? Did you lick it?
No,
Okay.
I didn't lick it. Thank you.
I've
Okay.
heard of limestone countertops. I feel like that's common, right?
Yeah. No. It's used in a lot of areas. The outside of a house is not very common. So.
Right.
But once again,
Some
the guy had
rich
20 million.
motherfuckers.
Yeah, $20 million bucks. You get what you want.
Yeah.
So I did that for quite a while. It was fun. I did it just enough to be slightly more competent than you.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm not at all in that area. I've hardly done construction.
I do not consider myself a savvy.
No.
I can build walls. That's
Yeah.
about it. And I can kind of maybe do a bit of drywall. I can do enough that like I could do like one of those promo magazines where I'm holding a hammer.
You can build walls. Trump was hitting you up earlier.
I can build walls and keep everybody out. There's no doubt.
Yikes. Yeah. Trump kept bothering you. You're like, oh, so you had to block his number. You're like, I don't want to work on a wall.
I built too many walls in my time.
Yeah.
And trust me, I love walls.
Oh, no.
All right, there we go. Perfect. Another 50% of our audience gone.
You like
Boom,
walls?
gone.
I don't like walls, so hey, come back.
Oh yeah, no, Jamie. Yeah, no, you know what, Jamie and I have we're healthy. We're healthy individuals.
We well, in some regards.
No, what do you, Jamie? What's going on in your life?
Oh, I mean, I used to be. Well, I'm referring more to physical health. I used to be a little more healthy.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm just trying to trail off of this this convo, but
Yeah. Oh. You shouldn't really push your intentions so heavily. Now it doesn't feel natural.
No. As you know, when I look back on a lot of the podcasts, I notice like I have a clear agenda. I'm moving on to something else. I thought of. Yeah. No, but
there's nothing wrong with that. I will say this: you definitely help keep the flow of the show because I basically show up and my brain's empty.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking about anything. I'm not even really thinking about where I am. I'm just like, let's do a show.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're going to talk about.
No.
I don't know. I hit the record button and hopefully it works out. But
Hopefully it
you
works out.
definitely help provide a little bit of structure with
I try.
Yeah.
So that doesn't happen as often. However.
Oh yeah, you know what? Because it's good. We're both just working on it. You know, we're starting to work on what we say and how we say it. And
we're trying here, people.
It's actually hard to kind of look back to reflect on your own footage and you talking and go, what are you doing wrong?
Yeah, I know. Like I know pretty much. I feel like pretty much every podcast we kind of talk about that, but it is just very interesting because I do go back and listen to them, and I'm always just kind of like it's very introspective. While it is like a public thing too, it's also very introspective to me because I realize like I like patterns in myself I wouldn't have noticed otherwise unless it was a recording. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, definitely.
You're not as self-aware until you're listening to it and you're like, oh, that's how I am unfiltered on the daily. Like that's what people hear.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
No, putting your face in the public, no matter what the scale is, you definitely learn a lot about yourself because obviously you're at that point you're up for public scrutiny, which means in a way you become your biggest critic because you look back at the footage and go, what the heck was I saying there? That wasn't even funny.
Yeah.
Or you go, why do I keep saying the same word over and over again? I'm just a broken record. But you don't realize that you've been relying on that word your whole life in day-to-day conversation.
And what word is that for you, Austin?
Oh, dude, it's totally like. I just say like all the time. And you know, the irony was...
A lot of people do.
Do you remember... Everybody did this. You know, like the typical, like, you'd bash...
Every time you say it, I think it's funny.
Oh, I just did it. Oh.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you
See
did.
how hard this is to break, okay?
You should for the rest of the podcast, don't use the word like at all. Even if
That
and find
is
an alternative.
impossible.
Try and find an alternative to the word
I'm
like.
trying to do that out. Now you're
Is
stressing me
is
out,
there any
dude. Yes,
alternative?
there is. There's always an alternative, Jamie.
Yeah.
So I was about to tell a story.
Yes.
Where, okay, so
Like what?
Stop.
Go on.
Okay. So back in the day, you know how we used to always bash those girls who went, oh, like, oh, I'm going to like go to the store, like, and
Why
go
are
there
they?
now.
Why are they Swedish though?
I don't know. Okay, maybe there's some nice Swedish ladies.
No, that's
Nothing
the term
wrong with that.
The term is valley girls. That's what you're talking about. Like, they're like Jessica did this to me,
Yes,
and like,
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly that. So
that's what you said.
and now,
like.
now the irony is I did that. You know, I did that for years. I felt good about it, and then
You were a valley girl.
I know. And next thing you know, I'm the valley girl because
You were
I
the popular girl
I
in the
keep
high school
going,
movie. Like,
turns out I'm just a diva valley girl.
Yeah.
That's hard to. That's a hard pill to swallow.
right. Which is funny. Actually, did you actually know any girls? Like, obviously, there's like the typical girly girl, but like when you were in like high school, or I think, for example, did you actually know any girls who were that stereotypical?
Yes.
You did?
Oh, okay, Jamie. Think of it this way: when you are at a high school of about 1,000 people, you are guaranteed to find at least one of the stereotypes that exist there.
Oh, obviously.
It's just basic math of the pool of people is so large they have to be there.
That's true. I understand that, but was there anyone who
many-
was that heavily like?
How many kids went to skits?
Ooh, which that was my high school. I maybe not many. Like, how many went to? I don't know. I want to say
Northern had over 1,000. Maybe like
was-
we averaged between like 1,000, 1,100
it was
maybe.
maybe 400, 500.
Yeah.
skits.
Okay. So the
It was
pool of
kinda small.
people at my
maybe
school was way
smaller,
bigger.
maybe bigger. I don't know, but it was like a school where I knew like almost all the faces there. Like, it's not like I ever went there and there was like new faces. It was like I was used to seeing pretty much everyone there.
You at Northern, it's big enough that there were some people you didn't know.
Yeah, and every now and then you're like,
Yeah.
oh, that's someone I never
Oh yeah.
saw.
Well, you'd have a class and you go, oh, who's that guy? Oh, he's been here the whole time. Cool.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I'm not saying stereotypes don't exist, but I'm saying, did you ever know? Were there like girls who were actually that stereotypical, where they were like I did this, and like,
Yes.
yeah,
100%.
Okay.
I can say that with confidence.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go into it or?
Sure.
Okay, so no, there was I remember when you go into grade 9, you kind of have that initial preliminary phase where you're going around the school. You don't really know who to like anymore.
Yeah.
Should you like your friends from grade 8? Maybe.
Maybe they're lame.
Maybe you just did it out of desperacy. Maybe there was only 30 people, so you had to like them. So you start thinking about your prospects. You start wandering around the cafe, meet new
pool's
people.
bigger. Yeah.
You're talking. Yeah, like you have a lot more people that maybe you'd like way more, which did end up true for me.
Yeah.
So
I would say same for me. Yeah.
so in those journeys, I definitely, when I was just kind of branching out and meeting a bunch of people,
When you tried
there
out-
was Jamie. Let's not beat around the bush. There were a lot of basic bitches.
Yeah. Exactly. That's the modern term for basically what we're saying. I think
Yeah,
the early term was valley
we didn't-
girl, but
yeah, we
it's
didn't have
basic
the
bitch
term.
now.
We didn't have the term back then, but now we do,
Yeah.
and it's basic bitches.
Yeah, no, that's true. Oh shit, I just had a train of thought. I was just saying. Yeah, I guess in high school you kind of find a clique. I guess a lot of people attach themselves to identities in high school, right? You know. So I guess that's a thing too, where some girls are like trying to put on that air. And I would say, like, for me in high school, I went through that edgy phase where I was like, I'm like an emo
Oh,
kid.
dude, we
you know?
both. Yeah, you went really into it. I
Yeah.
was kind of like a casual.
You were pretty casual.
Like I would just
yeah.
kind of
A
dip my
normal
foot
guy.
in and go like, oh, I like emo. That's pretty cool.
You're a
I
normal
dip
guy,
my
though.
foot in there a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, definitely in high school people found identities.
Dude,
but,
I wish I dedicated more to a stereotype when I was in high school.
it was fun. I used to love being a
Yeah,
walking
dude,
stereotype.
what was I doing? I was boring. I was just like white bread, just wandering around, just going like, oh, I'd do anything. That's cool. Man, I
You were
just
some
wish
milk toast.
Yeah, I wish I was like
don't even know
either
what
like
that
a
is.
sad, dedicated bass player, or maybe, as you said, like I could have gone emo with you. I
Yeah.
could have gone into sports,
Yeah.
dude, or chess club. Come
Yeah.
on, I did none of the above.
Yeah.
And I will say now that looking back, I wish I stereotyped at least for a year or two.
Found some clique to join in on.
Yeah, any sort of click.
Were you I guess I would say a lot of even my friends were kind of like into the gaming thing too. I guess gamers.
I did play a lot
a lot of
video
your
games.
buddies. Yeah. So I would say that was
I
kind
was-
of a clique, I guess.
I was a pretty hardcore introvert at the time.
Yeah.
But as you get older, you're still introverted, but you kind of, you have your friend group and you really enjoy them. They don't really drain you. And
yeah.
you just get you. I don't really understand once you're older, like the whole introvert thing. I get it, but you have to learn how to operate in the world
yeah,
and
yeah.
just see people. And like you're gonna have kids and stuff. That's just the way life's gonna be.
Yeah.
You eventually
Well,
just have to get over it. And
Not everyone, but yeah, I do
now,
know.
and of course, treasure those moments of kind of like being able to recharge and being alone. But
Yeah.
for the most part, you should try to operate in the world.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. I definitely. I used to be a lot more of an introvert. I would say I don't have. I'm very much the opposite now, where I don't know when it happened. It was pretty close to the end of high school to the beginning of like my adult life. I feel like I got a lot more extroverted
Your
than I
pool
used to be.
expanded.
Yes, I definitely do a lot more than I used to. Like I don't know. I used to be very. I would get drained easily. I would go home and just lay around. I would ignore friends and the little I had near for a period of my life because I don't know. I guess it was just your hormones when you're in high school, But I definitely full circle. I would say I wouldn't consider myself introverted now because I feel like I really enjoy the presence of other people. There are moments
Yeah.
I want to recharge, but I do find most of my adult life I've been a lot busier.
Would you say you're comfortable being around people 80% of the time?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would say
okay,
almost every day I kind of want to hang out with someone, which I would say a lot of people aren't like that.
Yeah, you know what? No, you're definitely. Yeah, you've definitely done a bit of a twist, eh?
Yeah, because I used
How
to be
cool is
the
that?
exact opposite. Yeah,
No,
it's weird.
definitely. I think it's cool because I think people change, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with maybe you're in high school and you were definitely like as introverted as I was at that time.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of got comfortable and kind of enjoyed going out and hanging out with people. And
Yeah.
I think it's cool that you kind of just found your new stride. And
Yeah. It's weird. I don't know. I guess that's just a part
You're
of
definitely
growing up. You just
when
you
you're in
change,
high school,
I guess,
like you know what? Actually, I had a thought. Like this was a while ago, but I had this thought about high school, and you get so used to. I had that initial culture shock where you're in high school, and it's so easy to convince people that what they're like. So you like they'll be like, I have this opinion. You go, well, what about this one? And they go, I like that. I'm gonna do. That's my opinion now.
Yeah.
And they just like walk away and move on kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Because people in high school are so malleable. I remember just having conversations and going, oh, I like that. Yeah, I'm doing that now.
Yeah.
And then I would just kind of move on with my life. And then as you get older, you start to have that shock of and even I'm the same way. I'm not pretending I'm some sort of exception, but you just get pretty set in your ways.
Oh yeah.
And
absolutely.
you just for the most part, when people go like, "Oh, I have a different opinion," I would say you're more likely than not to just kind of stick to your guns and keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, it is crazy that pretty much everyone is a product of their environment. It's like everything you've witnessed in your life up to this point definitely like shaped you.
Oh yeah, and those years are so formative because you're just so open to new things and information.
Yeah.
And I'm still trying to be like that. I'm always going like, oh, what's the kind of the new thing? What's coming, right?
Yeah. Is it something like weird? It is really weird to think pretty much none of your thoughts are like 100% original, because it's kind of like, I mean, obviously there's some breakthroughs that you do come up with on your own, but it's still a product of previous opinions and,
I think those are the best opinions.
Yeah.
Why? How else would you want it to be?
Oh, yeah.
Because
I'm not saying it's bad.
You should always be drawing from the past.
Yeah.
To kind of find something for the present and the future.
Yeah.
In my opinion, that's just kind of the way the world works.
Yeah. But the whole like it's all been done kind of philosophy is like it's kind of true. It's like, everyone, you learn from people, but it's like most thoughts aren't like 100% original. You either hear stuff and you just kind of like, well, that resonates with me. You know what I mean?
But then again, I think there's still even like interesting new music coming out, and I think those are original ideas. And of course, they're steeped in an influence of listening to music they love. And but I definitely think nowadays there are still authentic things happening.
Oh yeah, well that's you're bringing...
I don't always like it. I don't think it's that good sometimes, but I do think it's their idea.
Yeah,
right?
well you're bringing art into this. I was more just talking about like opinions on society or culture.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Art is obviously gonna always be able to be new because no matter what, an individual can definitely have original ideas when it comes to art. You know what I mean?
Do you know what blew my mind? And this is going like a little deep, and we'll kind of get in the trenches for a bit and jump back out.
Sure.
Maybe we can go in the fart jokes or whatever. But
we're trench
at
buddies.
one point I was really into Russian philosophy, so I read like 6 Russian books in like a year kind of thing.
That is deep.
And they're all like heavy, thick, like 800-page books sort of thing. And I was really into Dostoevsky, who's like just kind of a Russian writer.
I feel like I've heard that name, but at the end of the day, it's a Russian name.
Yeah,
that
it's a very famous name. It's definitely a
I'm
famous
sure I've
thing.
heard- yeah.
And the crazy thing is he wrote these books in the 1800s, kind of like, like later 1800s.
Mm-hmm.
And all of the musings about like religion or philosophy or just kind of ideas
Mm-hmm.
are just as fleshed out or better than the ideas I've heard from anybody nowadays.
Yeah.
And that was such a mind-blowing thing to me because you always think, and I feel like people do have this confidence that people in the past just weren't that smart.
Right. Yeah.
And I was reading that and going, this guy was fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
In like 1860, whatever. They didn't have anything close to the technology we have now.
Yeah.
But his ideas just about the world and philosophy were just on point. And you know what? The weird thing is, it's things that people still disagree and talk about today.
Oh, of course.
150 years later.
Well,
so it's just weird to
I
see
think
that cycle happen.
I think
right?
like historians or people who are really into history would disagree with that statement because they're definitely like there's a lot of ancient philosophy that definitely still holds up as valid. There's
yeah.
So even Greek philosophers, there's so many like the philosophy of Stoicism or there's so many Greek philosophers and it's like it's just as valid
Okay,
today.
no, I'm now seeing where you're coming from. Hold
Yeah,
on, let me
just as valid
yeah, let
today.
me take like one quick step back and say it's kind of because when he was writing his books, a lot of the time he was just writing from the view of a commoner.
Okay.
Just kind of like in the city kind of thing, and then there'd be like two guys in their slow books, right? So they kind of just like, I disagree on something, and they talk about it for 50 pages. But
Yeah.
but it was like a thing where it's just like he's kind of viewing two commoners that are on two separate sides of a disagreement, and it's I don't know. I'm just blown away by like I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be. Maybe I just was a basic Canada boy
Yeah.
awakening to the world.
Yeah. You're like,
So if that's the case, guys,
we're peak culture now.
We
We're
understand
so smart.
everything.
We're the geniuses.
We're the smartest.
One thing, I definitely the internet. Like it has its pros and cons on what it's doing to
Oh,
brains.
there is a lot of upsides and a lot of downsides.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. So I would say the average kid who spends a lot of time on the internet probably knows more than I did at their age because they're exposed to so much. But I
Now
would
the
argue,
question is, what's the quality of that information?
well, true. That's true too. But I do genuinely think a lot of kids have a lot more random info they know than I did at that age.
That's
But-
true, yeah.
But
They do well in
there
Who
are
Wants to Be a
cons.
Millionaire.
There are cons though too. I would say because I would say that exposure to everything that young might have some negative repercussions. So I don't know. It's kind of hard to say, but
it absolutely
it's
does.
definitely
Okay.
it's definitely a change. It's definitely
do you know
shaping things in a
who-
different way.
Do you know who I feel the most bad for? It's I feel the most bad for young girls.
Yeah.
Because when you think about it, like they start getting access to this content when they're, like content is things like it is what it is, but things like WAP, like by Cardi B, or just
Yeah.
like any of those kind of influencers.
Okay, Ben Shapiro.
I
I'm
know,
just kidding.
but they're listening to that stuff when they're 6-7 years old, and
Yeah.
I definitely view it as. I just can't see how that's healthy just for like your
yeah.
self confidence
that's
and
overtly
how you
sexual.
perceive
Well,
yourself and.
Yeah, there definitely is a too young, but I would say that's still
But you-
more on the
but-
parents.
But to
if
put
they're
it, yeah,
worried.
true. But to put it in perspective,
Because if it's before their grasp of understanding of it, that could be dangerous. Sure.
yeah. So I was talking to
I
my
don't know.
I was talking to my sisters about this, and they even said like because when we were younger we didn't have personal devices.
Mm-hmm.
They went like I didn't put on makeup till I was 13. It
Yeah.
wasn't until like grade 8 in high school that you started looking around and going, oh, all these girls are wearing makeup. I guess
Yeah.
I should too.
Yeah.
And now girls that are. And it's becoming a common thing that are just younger and younger, going like between 7 and 9, are starting to just wear makeup to school every day.
Mm.
That's what I mean by they're catching on to adult themes much sooner
Yeah.
than we did.
That's true.
So I definitely think that I'm kind of. It's interesting to see how that's going to play out. Just kind of being exposed to that much information
Yeah.
that early.
Well, I would say it's already playing out because I would say that's been a thing for a while, and there's definitely themes of kids getting more like okay, good example. Even just getting off the topic of just like how it affects like little girls' minds. I would say even my little brother, he's on the internet all the time, and you can tell. I feel like I was at the beginning of this, like when I was like 10 or so. I had friends who would show me these like videos on YouTube and stuff.
Now,
they were
don't
kind of
forget-
dirty, but like I wouldn't say it's inherently bad because at the end of the day, I feel like I learned the time and place to say it. Because for example, I would watch like videos that were kind of like dirty or raunchy and they were funny, but I knew not to tell my parents about it
Yeah.
or like talk about it
You know
for my
what?
parents.
And the thing is, you could be totally right. That's
So-
why I'm kind of like, I'm just curious how it's going to play out, because
Yeah.
keep in mind, you were 10 years old. And at that time, we didn't have personal devices.
Yeah.
We didn't have like our own personal thing that it was like a computer in the living room. I remember where your computer was. It was in like
Yeah.
that. It was where the bathroom is now.
Yeah.
So it was like a very public thing that your parents could always see what you're doing, and you didn't have any privacy. Kids nowadays have phones, and they can just sit in their beds and just do whatever they want or look up whatever they want.
Yeah.
And that can either be
Bad or
not a
good.
good thing, or as you're saying, maybe it's not so bad a thing.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, it's hard to say.
It's
you
hard
know.
to say now.
There's
but
pros and cons to it. I do feel like kids have to mature faster now, just based on the amount of info they're getting. I
Yeah,
would say.
and there's
But wait. Okay.
Oh,
go
wait,
on.
no, I was going to say, but my last thought about that is now they're talking about shortening generations. You know how there's like boomers,
yeah.
Generation Z, stuff like that.
Because of the
They're-
rapid speed at which things are changing.
the things are changing so fast now that even like kids or just people that are 10 years apart, it feels like a chasm of difference. And nowadays it really does. Like the difference between you and me and let's say Jenna is quite a divide. So
Yeah.
I can definitely understand how they're like, we should just cut generations in half now.
The TikTok generation. Yeah. Well, yeah, basically that's kind of my thoughts on that. We basically explored that, but something I that reminded me of is speaking of computers being in public places, I remember I was at your house and
Is this gonna get me in trouble? What did I do?
no,
Okay,
well,
all
yeah,
right.
your parents will be mad at you now.
They're like, what? You did what at that age?
Yeah. No, so I remember I was sitting at your computer was like in the kitchen. And I remember I was really young and again,
Yeah, once again, public forum.
hey, another shout out to the real Jude J. It was Jude Johnson was there. Another shout out.
I do what I love about you, by the way, before you get into it,
Yeah.
is you remember way more shit than I do. I'm going to tell you right now, over the next few months, I just want to ask you, like, what happened when we were 9?
Which
Can
is
you just
funny.
tell me a bunch of random stories about...
You keep saying I remember a lot, but I notice every time we're talking about stuff and you are like, do you remember this? I'm like, no. So you remember
what,
stuff
Jimmy?
I don't.
But you know what? Maybe if we put our heads together, we can plot out maybe 30% of our
We
childhood.
can recreate the whole past. We'll write a history book
All
on
right,
our
so
past.
what were you saying?
So anyway, it was Jude was there, like our friend Jude back in the day, and do you remember those shock websites that were going around, and there was like those websites that would
The
be like
shock websites?
shock websites where they were like shocking stuff, like 2 Girls 1 Cup, like gross shocking stuff. Like
what
that.
was it called?
Lemon-
Blue math or whatever.
Okay,
it
well,
was like the dude in the
No,
shower naked.
that was called Lemon Party. I don't know if it's still around. There was a website called Lemon
There
Party.
was something called Blue something.
Okay,
though. Somebody
it was one of
help
those.
me if you can, but it was
Yeah.
Blue something.
Okay, it was one of those. But I remember I was sitting in your kitchen, and you were sitting there.
Oh,
Jude was sitting
I
there,
remember this now.
And Jude types it in. And it was like that website that pops up the old men showering, and like it's really gross. They're like fucking
That
each other
was
in
the
the
one.
ass.
Yeah, that was the Lemon Party one.
Yes, and like they're all having like shower sex, and I was
And
like, oh,
it was
but-
my first time seeing it, so I didn't know how to get rid
but-
of it.
No, but the one time I remember is you and Jude. So he put it on, and this was my first time seeing it, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And you guys ran away from the computer and left it for me to deal with, and it was one of those like really intrusive websites where it was like, you click the X. And this little like pop up comes up.
Oh,
and
it
it's
would
like,
be
and it-
100 pop-ups.
and it
just
was like,
constant
yeah, and it was
nonsense.
like, no, you like it. And you have to keep hitting okay. It's like, you like this, okay. It's like, yeah, you really like this. It's like, okay. And you have to agree to all of it. And I was like, what the hell? And your mom or someone was coming down the stairs while it was happening. And I was sitting there on your computer in the middle of the kitchen or whatever. And I was freaking out. I was like, no, I'm like watching old man porn. And like your mom's coming downstairs. And so
What's Austin's
literally-
mom gonna think?
So literally she turns the corner and I hit the button on the computer, just like force stopped it. Just force stopped it. I was like, oh, and I just ran downstairs.
That was a good call.
And I
Yeah.
just ran downstairs. I was like, you assholes. Like I was like mad. I was like, your mom literally almost caught me caught watching that.
And then of course
You
you were 9 though, so you were like, you buttholes, you bum,
dinks.
you bum cheeks.
Dang you guys.
Oh, you guys can go right to heck.
What the heck? Dang you guys.
Oh man.
Yeah, but I do remember that, and it was really awful. I had to force stop it.
Well, you know what? For me, that was just another day at the job, and for you, that was like a childhood trauma. So I can
Yeah.
understand the distinction.
Yeah,
That's why I don't remember, because for me,
Yeah.
pretty standard.
I know, and that's because it was such a high energy moment. That became a fetish of mine. No, I'm just kidding.
And that's when things got really good for
Yeah,
me.
yeah. And that's when I discovered
It
who
took
I
about
was.
6 years for it to really kick in.
Yeah. Then I started going to the YMCA all the time.
Oh no! Got to see the
Oh,
people
God.
doing laps.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of the YMCA, that actually bugs me so much. Like the change rooms there. There was one time in particular I remember I was changing. And this old guy started talking to me, and you know how they're very free
Oh
with
yeah,
themselves.
they could not care less.
I just remember this guy was like started talking to me, and he was like totally naked, and I was just sitting there, and I'm like talking to him, and he's just like keeps going. I'm like, oh yeah, and I'm like, I changed quick, but he's just like not even in a rush to put clothes on. He's just sitting there talking to me completely naked. I'm like in my head, I'm like, are you gonna put like clothes on? Like you're really getting in depth in this conversation, and you're naked. I'm like, you can just throw something on, man.
It's a different time. You know what?
People still do that at the Y.
Oh no, dude, totally. Well,
Yeah.
once again,
Old-
like
old
it's not like
men.
they've all died off. It's only
Yeah.
been like 16 years, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What I mean is they were all just really comfortable with their bodies, and we're not.
No,
We're all just.
it was good because I don't know.
Okay, you know what?
It wasn't inherently creepy, but
Okay.
I'm just kind of like, come on, man, like just put on
Yeah,
your
Jamie.
shorts.
I'll tell
Like,
you.
what are you doing?
I went to.
you don't need to continue this conversation that long.
I know. I was 16 and I went to the Y with like two of my buddies, and I still remember. Actually, I'll just tell you right now. One of them was Josiah.
Okay.
And we were like 16, and I'm doing the leg thing again. You know what though?
It's,
doesn't
uh,
even matter.
Yeah, just
Now,
roll with it.
now I'm doing present introspection, where I'm just
Yeah.
thinking about everything I'm saying after the fact.
Yeah, just
So-
go with it.
I know I'm rolling with it now. Okay, so
I do it too
He-
anyway, and I'm not even going to try and stop it. So,
you should
like, what do you mean?
just let me tell my story.
Yeah,
all right,
go on,
then
go
we'll
on, go
we'll
on.
talk about this after the show, huh, Jamie?
Yeah, we'll
so-
talk about the issues with the
So
way I talk.
they were just perfectly comfortable being naked.
Yeah.
They would just sit there, and they actually were doing helicopter. They called it the helicopter.
Oh my
Where
God.
they, which if you didn't know, is where you flap your penis back and forth, and it makes like the slapping
I
noise.
know, I
and-
know.
Yeah, I'm getting really in depth, but
Yeah.
And there was 3 shower heads at the YMCA, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was on one side doing the helicopter, and then and then the other guy was on the other side doing the helicopter. And there's me in the middle wearing my bathing suit, just staring at the ground, going, "What the fuck am I doing here?
What does my life come to?
And you know what? At one point, I was like, you know what? I could be one of the guys. I can be one of the boys. So I kind of like took off my bathing suit, and then I kind of did like a half cover.
Yeah.
You know, like I was just like, I'll like cover like the top half.
no.
And like I was like a thing where I'm like, I can be 50% comfortable while I'm showing 50%
Yeah.
of my genitals.
Right.
So
Oh man. Well, okay. If we're going down this path, I have a really weird story I could share, and this involves something that happened in my adult life. Do you know the
Oh.
what I'm talking about? Is that what?
oh no, really?
Well, I don't need to get too into
okay,
detail.
I guess you could. Yeah, why
I
not?
don't gotta
Go
get
for
too
it.
into detail. I just remember one time. So I used to go watch like these bands play downtown and stuff, and it was really fun. Used to have a lot of good times. I was invited to an after party, and it was a bonfire, and I was like, okay, cool. So I went, invited my friend Chris, and it was a friend of ours that we just started hanging out with. Like barely know the guy who's showing up. And again, this isn't like a crowd I hang out with. I used to hang out with often. It was just I was just invited there. I didn't know what was going to happen. So we're at this bonfire, and somebody gets the idea to just they're like, we should just get naked. Like it was a girl who proposed the idea, and I didn't do it, but pretty much everyone around the fire just got naked for some reason. It was during the summer. And I was like, whoa. I was like, okay. And I was drunk. I was like, I don't really care, but this is weird. I don't want to do it. And so my friend Chris and his friend were kind of passed out in the chair. And I look over.
So wait, at this point, you're kind of on your own. You're
Yeah.
you're running solo. Are
Yeah,
they? now,
I'm the big baby
now,
who's not getting naked.
Did they pass out naked?
No, because
Oh,
no.
okay,
What I'm
okay.
no. So my friend Chris and Kyle were clothed. They didn't get
They
naked
literally they just passed out.
before that happened.
Okay, all right.
At a chair. So we're sitting around
So
the fire.
they get to avoid this whole awkward conundrum.
Yes,
Nice,
exactly.
nice.
And it was really weird. But anyway, so I literally, I don't know. I'm this guy who owns a place has this like wine that he gave me. So I'm just like, I'll hang around a bit. Well, this is kind of weird. I don't know. I'm not that much of a prude. I don't care. Like I just didn't want to do it. You know what I mean?
You just didn't want to hang out with your wang out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I didn't want to hang out with my wang out. So I was just there, and I was like, this is a lot of naked people. This is weird. And again, it was very weird circumstances because it was like a band from like Toronto at this party, and all these random people, and so many people just agreed to do it. It was like but it wasn't like sexual. I know that sounds weird, but everyone was just like, let's
Well,
just be
okay.
free. Like,
Yeah,
it was like
okay,
this
so-
like hippie shit. You
Jimmy,
know,
you got to keep in mind, it's like an internalized fear. Because do you remember in high school?
Yeah.
So we're already here, so
Yeah.
we can just talk about it. So
Yeah.
in high school, right? You would just. Do you remember that you would just randomly pop a boner, and it would be for no reason, and you'd just be like embarrassed and go like, "Why is this happening?
Oh,
Why am
yeah,
I
yeah.
awkward?" And you're wearing your skinny jeans,
I
right?
do
So you're
remember
trying to
that,
like
yeah.
you're trying to like pack it away into some spot that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And or just or just
or you'd
whatever
be
you
called
can.
up to the front of the class or something,
Yeah.
and you're like, wait, and you're like trying to like get rid of it.
Yeah, now let's be honest. Those days are over. Like,
Yeah.
that doesn't happen anymore. But
we're getting
I'm
old.
terrified that if I did something like that, it would just randomly come back.
Yeah.
And I would just be standing around. My body would go, time to pop a boner.
Ooh.
And then I would
that
just
would be
there,
awkward. I don't think anyone did. I don't think anyone did around.
And
this
I'd have to
fire.
look around and go, I am not turned on right now. I am
Yeah.
extremely not turned on. I'm
By
just
the way,
gonna.
This is the raunchiest episode we've ever had. But anyway,
But I'm trying to say it in the cleanest way I can.
yes. Well, okay. Just to finish this story and play, so we can get the hell out of here. My friend Chris woke up, and I watched him, and his eyes. He just opened. He woke up, and
at
everyone
this
just
point,
suddenly
he's a
naked.
normal dude. He
Totally
passed out at a
clothed.
party.
Yeah, he wakes up, and I see his eyes just like just go so wide, and then I see him look over at Kyle, and he taps on his shoulder, and then Kyle, I can see him. His eyes just go wide again, and they both are like, what the hell is
Dude,
going on? Like,
these
what did I
people
miss?
are naked.
They're like, what did I miss? And then, yeah, we weren't there too long after, but it was a weird experience, and I don't really, yeah, again, I don't know. They were just, it wasn't overtly sexual.
It
was
didn't
just
do anything for you, hey?
no, it was just a bunch of people going like, let's just be free, and I was just like, well, not me, but okay.
I'm pretty content not being free
Yeah,
by your definition.
kind of a baby. Saw a lot
Yeah.
more dicks than I wish I did that night. But anyway,
Oh, yeah.
let's move on.
Was it a sausage fest, Jamie?
It was a decent amount of both.
Okay, a healthy distribution.
It was I don't know, very
Yeah.
weird time, very weird. Nowadays, in the current climate of things, very frowned
Wait,
upon.
are you saying there's no nudist parties during COVID?
Yeah, you got to mask up.
Yeah, at least put your mask on, you animals.
Yeah,
Everybody just takes their clothes off and just puts their mask on. And
if that happened nowadays, it would just be mask only. Everyone's wearing masks. That's all they're wearing.
And the worst part at that point is then it does become sexual because we're like, ooh, something about that mask.
Yeah, all these mask fetishes now.
I know there's some people who go like, there's some weird kind of, as you said, like some niche fetishes awakening, and
Oh God! All right. Well, how do we steer out of this one?
all right, guys,
It's
let's
getting
go
raunchy.
over to maybe like back to childhood stories, like wholesome ones.
No, I don't want to move right to childhood. Let's. I don't know. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of video games lately. Yeah.
That's honestly, that is not a good starting point. But
What do you mean?
well, just saying, like, do you think people give a shit that we play video games?
Sure. But well, one thing they should give a shit. I've been playing Fall Guys, and I won today, so I'm actually a pro, basically.
I don't know where to go from there. I mean,
No.
I played it; it was cool. I
Yeah.
liked it.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know. I do think the story of that game's cool. I was apparently like 8 people made it, and it blew up to be like this gigantic
yeah.
game.
Yeah,
and now
that's
it's super
usually-
big budget.
Oh yeah, because that's the you know what we were talking about. I made this analogy. Okay, it's called the it's okay. It's analogy of just the size of So if you have a large corporation, I would say it's like a battleship. You know,
Yeah.
it's battle hardened. It's not going to sink. It's probably going to anything that gets in its way. It's going to get out of the way because it's going to win. You know.
Yeah.
And that to me is like a large corporation, and then a startup company. You got like 4 people in a boat, a speedboat.
Yeah.
The benefit to that is the battleship is going to get where it's going to go no matter what. It's going to be like, turn 90 degrees and the whole thing's going to happen. It's going to get there.
Yeah.
But the speedboat is going to get there way faster because they're able to take new proof of concepts
Right.
and get them out there way quicker than a battleship can.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I definitely do view like let's say a startup or like a new company getting into the game. They have the advantage of being able to use new technology or move really quickly, while something like a big corporation is a battleship where they have to actually put effort into doing a turn or a shift
Yeah.
to go somewhere else.
Yeah, and I would also say,
And that is why new startups will always break out in any industry because
well, So
They
the
have
ones
that.
that are good do. Yeah. Well, the thing
Unless
is,
it's oil, because in oil you just get choked out by the competition.
right.
Because they just drop prices until you suffocate.
I would say again, a lot of big companies too. There's a lot more at risk, so they don't make as many risky moves. So I would say a lot of something like Fall Guys, that it's kind of a concept that hasn't been explored too much. Like that whole
Well, they're taking two things. One, they're taking part of something that works and then adding
Battle Royale, but a
exactly,
new
Battle
element
Royale
to it.
Battle Royale at this point is a tried and true topic, but now people start going, what can we do with the Battle Royale concept
Yeah.
and throw it into the mainstream? You want to know a great example, dude? Age of Empires 2 has
Yeah.
a Battle Royale mode now.
does it. What
Every game.
are they still updating that game?
Dude, they have something called the Definitive Edition.
Yeah.
And it's fucking amazing.
Is it?
Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen, if you like Age of Empires 2, there is a completely redesigned, re-graphicked, the whole netcode backend replaced.
Yeah.
It is literally a modern title in every way.
Wow.
It is unbelievable.
Wow.
And they added the Battle Royale mode because at that point they thought, fuck it, we've already replaced the whole game with new stuff.
Yeah.
Let's give it a Battle Royale mode.
That's weird.
So can you a real-time strategy Battle Royale mode? That's JB, that's how successful
yeah.
that
They're just
niche has
everyone's
become.
trying it. Everyone's
Everybody's
trying it.
Battle Royale. How do we throw it in here?
To be fair, I feel like modern technology can do it better now. It probably wasn't. I mean, obviously, as a concept, having tons of people in one game is popular, but only until recently it was feasible to make like really good live. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Jamie, I'm calling it now.
Yeah.
Barbie Battle Royale.
Ooh, that'd be sick.
I don't know how they're gonna do it. There's gonna be Barbie. There's gonna be Ken in there somewhere.
It's gonna be Barbie's, it's gonna
But
be Ken's.
They're gonna be. They're gonna be going like, how do we, how do we innovate Battle Royale for kids?
Hey, yeah, Battle Royale. Visit your houses.
Whoever has the best house gets to the next round.
Yeah. Like Barbie's book club Battle Royale.
And the people in the circle, when it shrinks, they like their houses go to heaven.
Yeah.
Something super positive.
Yeah.
Everybody wins.
Yeah. Oh no. That reminds me, like there's so many if it's based on such a popular franchise, I think like games usually that are based on that are so shitty. Like if it's like an established brand that's popular elsewhere, like I don't know, if you play like a Shrek video game, it's going to be awful.
Okay, but let's be honest though, when there's the occasional breakout, like the one game that doesn't suck,
Yeah.
you're so impressed that it doesn't suck that you like it more. A great example, Lord of the Rings. They made a couple good games in the GameCube while
Yeah.
the movies were coming out, and at the time I thought, dude, these are pretty awesome. And to this day, I still think they're great games. But the reason
They have
why
a lot to work with. Like
that's
is
true,
a very
but also they could have
established.
easily fucked it up.
Yeah.
So for me, I definitely view it as I like franchise games even more if they manage
they
to
are
not
good.
make it suck balls.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2,
Yeah.
PlayStation 2,
Really
Jamie,
good.
come
I love
on.
that game, yeah.
The swinging in that game. Oh
know.
my god.
I used to spend hours every day just
Dude,
swinging
I'm pretty
around.
sure I played it at your house, and I
know.
remember swinging around and going, "This is the best fucking thing
Game I've ever played.
since like Connect 4."
Yeah. That's the peak of human.
Well, when you're 9, you don't have a lot
Yeah.
to pull on.
That's
But,
true. This is the best thing since Battleship.
and I love Battleship.
And I love me some Battleship. Yeah, but I would say Lord of the Rings, Star Wars makes good games. There's a lot of popular Star Wars games.
Ooh, but there's a lot of bad Star Wars
Of course,
games too.
but come on, Battlefront. A lot of people love that one.
Yeah, but that wasn't based on the movies.
Oh no, but I'm just saying people can use
okay,
franchises and do well.
So the Phantom Menace, they made a game in the PS1, and that one kind of sucked balls.
yeah,
And I don't know if they even made one for episode 2 or 3. They might have, and I might have even played them, but I was pretty young. But
Yeah.
I will like Star Wars has had some good games, but they've never been directly involved with the movies.
right.
Compared to like it's always the shittiest ones are always the ones that directly coincide with the movie because you know that the production company just gave some game company a shitty gig. They're just
Yeah.
like, here's $20 million, make a game about Home Alone.
Yeah.
Make a game about Cars. The movie,
The Michael Jackson
here's
video
$10 million.
game for
Yeah,
Sega.
like they just give you all this random. They just give them fucking money for the stupid bullshit they don't even care about.
There are Barbie games too.
And the worst part, I know there's plenty of Barbie games.
Yeah.
And the worst, nobody at any point in that production could possibly care less.
yeah.
Like,
They're like, as long as it's playable, we're getting paid by this company.
yeah, as
because
long
they
as
don't know much about.
as long
this
as we could put a price
medium
tag
anyway.
on it, and a couple people that are suckers buy the game we're
because
good
it's
to go.
already a well-established brand, right?
Barbie, how you gonna go wrong? Do you really think a 7-year-old girl is gonna go, oh, the mechanics weren't that good.
Yeah.
The resolution, I feel like the textures could have been better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Girls are just like, oh my god, I gave my pony a ribbon.
A bath.
Oh,
I brushed its hair.
it looks so nice now.
Yeah.
And, like, kids don't give a shit.
And that's
so
that's peak for what the Barbie game offers.
I thought the game wasn't very good until I started washing my pony.
Yeah. This is my favorite part of the game. That pony looks great.
I love this shit. Oh my god.
Look at how luscious her hair is. Oh my god.
Oh, dude, I remember when I was dude, I got to tell you about this. Oh my god, Jamie. Okay,
What?
so when I was 7 years old, a young boy.
When I was a young boy, my
Don't,
father. Sorry, go on.
please don't. Oh god. Oh,
Actually, I was trying to stay. I was trying to sing Bohemian Rhapsody, and I just did the exact.
and you
totally
sang
didn't.
My Chemical
I did,
Romance.
yeah.
Oh.
Same thing. I'm just kidding.
Okay,
Holy
so-
shit. Again, we're just losing.
Queen, My Chemical, basically the
Quickly
same.
losing fans.
So yeah,
Or
we just
anyone,
gotta burn
no
a
one's
bridge
gonna
everywhere we
listen
go.
to this.
So
Yeah.
okay, what was I saying? Okay, so another story with Josiah. I was
Ooh.
a young boy, and we were playing Harvest Moon, which, if you didn't know, it's
I
like
love it.
Animal Crossing, shit like that. It just came out in the
pretty different.
GameCube, and I was
Yeah.
like maybe 9 years old, and Josiah and I had the great idea because I had him over when we were first playing it. What if we made all the animals swear words?
Ooh,
And at
classic.
the time, that was basically like, if we get caught, we go to jail. So
Yeah.
we quickly, like, casually snuck in, like, our cow was called bitch. And I remember we, like, typed it in, and we got, like, a head rush. We were
Yeah,
like,
you're like,
oh my god.
ooh.
If we hit submit, we're like, we can't tell anybody about this.
This is our secret
And then we
file.
called like the chicken like ass and stuff like that. We just like gave them all these swear words, and then
Yeah.
and then the biggest plot twist of all time: Josiah's sister Jessica ratted us out.
Oh.
She told her mom, who told my mom, and my mom came in and said, "What's going on around here?" She saw the name
What
of our
the
animals.
hell is? What the fuck is going
Dude,
on?
I'm not even kidding. Josiah was crying. I was crying. It turned into like this
that's
huge
rough.
emotional event. And I felt so bad, and I was like, "I'm sorry, I called the cow a bitch, mom." And
Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious. That reminds me of. I remember actually same guy in this story. It's Josiah. We really do need to just tell him about this.
Benny the ghost, and then we're like Josiah.
we
we're sorry,
bring up
but
him a lot.
We
yeah.
talked about you,
Yeah, a
for
lot. If he ever sees this,
quite a lot.
Well, okay, but the something that involves him that I thought was really funny is I remember back in the day. We thought we were hilarious, and we came up with alternatives to swear words that sound as close as possible to the swear word. Yeah. So we would go like, "This thuckin' sucks."
Dude,
Or
we
we'd be
did
like,
that. I
I know,
remember that,
me and you
the
too.
thuck.
But we're like, "What the thuck?" Or we'd be like, "Oh, you son of a pitch."
Oh yeah, that's
You
right.
son
Yeah,
of a
the
pitch,
slight
you
like
fucking
change.
suck.
And then people go like,
piece
"What
of
are you
shit."
saying?" And we're like, "They're not swear words."
You piece of shit, fucking pitch.
And the worst part
You
was,
asshole.
and the worst part is, it was like phonetically so similar that
I know.
sometimes we'd accidentally swear.
Yeah. So what I remembered was one time I was walking with him and we were going to his house and me and him were going off saying shit like that. We're like you fucking pitch, son of a pitch,
Jamie.
And no, but some guy heard us saying that and he literally looked at us and he was like, he was just kind of like, wow, it's quite a mouth on you guys, and basically I went to his house and after that I was scared to walk home because I was like, this guy's like mad at me for swearing. So I like actually called my parents because I was scared to walk home because I don't know why I thought this guy would care that much.
Yeah, I do remember that.
And my parents actually picked me up. I was like, I don't know, this guy like seemed mad at us for no reason.
Jamie,
but he wasn't mad.
I got a great story about us, but dude, I gotta admit, if I don't pee right now, I'm going to die.
Oh shit!
Literally die. Are we
we-
gonna do our first pause of all time?
We should.
We have to do the pause.
That's fine.
All right, let's pause. We'll be back.
Okay.
For our last little segment.
Okay.
My God, that felt amazing.
Totally
I-
relieved now.
Dude, I was trying to make it to the end,
Ooh.
but I was sitting there and I was listening to your story, and the whole time you were talking,
You're like,
my
"Shut up, I
brain
just wanna
was.
pee."
I was having a head rush just from having to pee. I was like, I'm gonna die. So
Whoa, you got a head.
yeah, it was very intense. It was a thing where I had to pee like 20 minutes earlier, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm toughing it out. I could not tough it out.
I love peeing, man.
Since we're on the topic.
This isn't something that easily comes up, but I love it when you just really have to go and you finally get to. It's like it's heaven.
Okay, so Jamie, hold on. I have to get to a story that I told the fans I would tell. So I have to get that out of the way.
All right. Well, yeah.
When we
you were saying something.
when we were, I think, 12 years old, we went down the Kiwanis Center, and you 100% remember this.
Yes, I instantly know what you're
I
going
know
to say.
exactly what you're talking about. So
Yeah.
we were at the Kiwanis Center in Sarnia, and there was these kids playing pool.
Yeah.
Like down in the basement, and we thought, because we're 12 years old, you know what?
Yeah,
I don't know how we got to this.
To quickly explain,
what?
it was a rec like a rec center. It was kind of like a boys and girls club. It was like an after school program. Just to like explain what it was. It was a public building, so it was like kind of like an after school program. So that's what it was.
Yeah. So there were people like maybe in high school or something.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit older. I don't know.
Well,
but
or
they were
younger.
playing.
Like there's people all ages there, but
they were definitely bigger than us. Like if they came outside,
yeah.
they would whoop our asses.
Yeah.
That's what I understood.
I think they were the
And
ones who ran it, so they were older.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So and we thought. We're 12 years old. I don't know how we got to it, but we're like, let's just put our butts on the window.
Like, yeah.
So,
did we actually moon them, or
we
just,
did.
Yeah.
I don't know if you did, but I pulled my pants down.
Yeah.
So Jamie and I, for some reason, went, let's just moon them right now. Let's just put our butts on the window
Yeah.
where they're playing pool. So,
Yeah, because it was like a basement in this building, and we're standing at the building. We see all these people in there, and for some reason, we get the bright idea to be like, let's just show them our ass. Let's moon them.
And the worst part is we got really into it. So
And we were being-
we
yeah.
did it multiple times. We're waving our butts around. And I remember one time, we pull up our pants. We're feeling good about ourselves. We look in and we realize in our last 30-second mooning session,
couple of them
that
weren't in the room anymore.
The room was empty.
Yeah.
And Jamie and I turned around laughing and stuff. We looked down. And we're like, oh shit.
Oh poop. Oh crap.
The
'cause we're,
moment
like,
we saw
12.
that empty room, we just started sprinting. Just
Oh.
freaking booked it.
I remember
And-
the panic.
It was like that feeling of we're on cloud nine going oh man, we're mooning those guys.
We're
We
so
turn around
funny.
and it's just an empty room. We're like,
Oh,
that's not good.
they're coming.
So we start sprinting, and while we're walking down the street,
They
I remember
were coming at us.
So we turn around and we see this group of guys that kind of looked like the guys in the Kiwanis Center,
Yeah.
following us 150 feet back just at a walking pace. And that's when I went, Jamie, I'm kind of freaking out. I'm gonna go home. You're gonna go home. This hangout's over. So
Yeah.
you're just like, okay, man.
And we both split up, and I remember jumping in.
But I think I hung it at your house for 10 minutes.
Yeah,
I was so sketched out
but
that
we
I
ran.
stayed in.
We
we
ran
sprinted back
to
to the
my
house,
house.
and I stayed in your. We both just hung in your house
Waited
for 10
out.
minutes.
Yeah.
Waited it out, and then I went home.
Yeah. No, that was scary.
Oh man,
We thought we were gonna get our asses kicked.
we had a brush with death that day.
Yeah. Did we share the DDD story with Kessia? Did we talk about that outside the podcast, or we talk about it on it?
Which DDD one?
Because she was talking about playing Nikki Nine Doors, and we mentioned the story about the guy chasing us.
Oh
Did
yeah,
we,
I think we did. Yeah,
We did on the podcast?
we?
Okay.
I think we did.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell it again if that's the case.
Like and comment if you know anything different. But
Please
maybe
subscribe if we
subscribe.
subscribe to our YouTube channel if we did already.
if we did tell the story, subscribe. If we did not tell the story, do not subscribe.
Yes.
And that will get back to us in feedback.
and
So
we can tell based on the info we're inputted here.
don't worry, we'll follow up on that.
Yeah, we'll know based on that. Yeah.
Subscribers are down this week.
Oh,
We did not tell
we
the story.
definitely didn't tell the story. Yeah. But yeah, no, we were little shits. I was a little shit. I did a lot with even my friend Evan. Is it bad to tell incriminating stories from when you were 12 though? Is it bad to tell
No,
that?
because
I'm
get
a different person
You get
now.
a free pass when you're 12.
Yeah, okay.
You can do. I mean, don't confess for murder. That's
No.
because murder when
I
you're
would
12
never
is
I
still
would never
murder.
I would
but-
never confess of the
but-
murder I did when I was 12.
Oh,
but-
good. We'll talk about that later because I think I have some counter evidence.
Oh shit.
Shit.
I'm just kidding. For all intents and purposes, I am kidding.
I think we need to cut this early.
For all-
we're
for
gonna.
all
we're
legal
gonna-
purposes.
I'm getting a little sketched out. We got to get out of here.
Yeah. No. Okay. No. So a funny story. Okay. When I was 12, I don't know. It was my friend. We're not saying last names, so it's fine, right? It's,
Yeah, no, dude.
First
there
names,
are plenty of.
Yeah,
we
no
can
one
even
knows.
start calling them Mikes or Bobs. No
Bobs.
offense to the Mikes I know, which
Bobs
I
and
do know
Bobs.
3.
Yeah.
So I apologize.
I'll just say this guy I know named Evan. I'm sure he doesn't care if I tell his story, but I'm not gonna say his last name obviously. But when we were really young, we played a lot of Tony Hawk and stuff like that. So we
Which,
thought
Underground or Pro Skater 3 or both.
mostly Underground. Underground
I
2
was-
was my shit.
That was our divide, by the way, because I was always more of a Pro Skater 3 kind of
Yeah.
guy. So
Well, yeah, I liked both. I did have Pro Skater on PS1. But yeah, anyway, so basically we actually you know how they say video games don't encourage things? That's not true because we exclusively started vandalizing things because of Tony Hawk.
I know that's a lie.
Yeah. What? No, I'm just kidding.
That-
We were just ratty kids anyway. But anyway, no. But so anyway, when we were
Jamie.
really young, we would tag things with markers. Like we go
Yeah.
write on doors with markers.
Jamie.
What?
We should go check. There was a place, and by the way, another Sarnia relevant thing, but we were down by the water and near the rocks by the like where the fountains are.
Yeah.
We put our names somewhere under those rocks in permanent marker.
Oh yeah.
Probably 12 years ago.
I do vaguely remember that.
I was there for one of those. I
wonder
distinctly remember
where.
that.
I wonder where.
We'd have to actually find it, but I remember we like hid it under one of the rocks somehow.
Oh, okay. Well, the reason I want to share this story is because it's very relevant to the one you just told about us running to my house.
Like it? Yeah.
Okay, so basically, we used to like think we were cool. We were like literally 11, like we were so young, and we'd get like paint
So
markers.
you were cool.
We were cool,
Yeah, of
So,
course.
so we would get like paint markers and stuff, and we came up with tags, and I think mine was super dumb. It was like neon XD.
Yours was exceptionally stupid.
It was super dumb, and my friend's was like mixed up, which I hope it's not incriminating to say what it said if they ever still find it, and then they tie it to us. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, no, this is all real old. But
You're leaving a trail, Jamie.
yeah, I am. But anyway,
not good.
Anyway, so we went to this building. It was like behind a McDonald's. It was an apartment building, and it actually had like a walkway leading up to a balcony. Did I ever tell you this story?
You're gonna have to keep going.
Okay. Well, anyway, so my friend Evan, actually, I want to say it might have even been spray paint, but again, we were young. It's like not something I would do now. I don't encourage vandalism, but he started writing his tag on the wall, and I turn around and there's a camera pointed right at us. We're doing it right in front of a camera, and I'm all of a sudden like, I'm like, oh man, look. And I point at the camera. He's like, oh shit. So we both just book it. Like we're booking it.
Assuming there's a cameraman just behind there going, "What's going on?"
Well, guess what? There was. Because as
Oh.
we're running, we literally heard a voice yell, "The cops will be here any minute." And we were all the way downtown. And
So you guys split at the perfect
so
time.
we were already taken off, but we booked it. And I just remember no stop. We ran all the way up, and he lived like right near me, like on my street. So I just remember we just split up. Like I was just like, all right, see you, man. And then
no
we
words
stayed
were
in-
said,
We're
just-
just like, all right, see you, man. And we just split up, and we both hid inside our house the rest of the day. I don't know if it was spray paint, maybe it was just marker. I don't remember, but all I know is it was scary, and we did it right in front of a camera, and we were like 11, like really young. But yeah, we were some ratty kids. I don't know why we did that, but we were terrified to go outside again for a
So,
while, or go near that area for a long time.
So shout out to Tony Hawk Underground 2.
Yes, for inspiring
guys,
our delinquents.
You guys it's inspired a generation of children to deform and
Yeah, take down society, man.
destroy private properties. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah.
That was very nice of you.
Yeah, but anyway, I thought that was relevant because I do remember the absolute fear we felt, and we just booked it.
Dude, I wish I could do you ever wish you could just experience your first experiences again? Oh. Man,
No,
what a-
I would really not want to experience that again.
Dude, I think there's something so cool about it, you know?
Um,
like when it comes to I'm talking like, you know, the first time I said when you the first time you've had that scare. Of
Yeah.
course, dude, it's terrifying, but the fact of the matter is you now remember it fondly. you know?
right, that will always stick with me. That
Yeah, you'll remember it forever. You
Yeah.
know? And it's so cool that when you're younger, you get to have those moments once where for the first time you had this experience.
that's
you know?
true. Yeah. So let it be known, we encourage everyone to go out and do bad things to experience that.
and do,
no,
it
I'm just kidding.
and do it while you're young.
Yeah, if you're listening,
If you're-
yeah, go do bad things. No, I'm just kidding.
You
I'm
basically,
totally kidding.
guys,
This is horrible.
Anybody
no.
under 18,
Don't
just so
listen
you
to me.
know,
It's not.
there's
No, it's
you
not
get
worth it.
You get a free pass before you're 18.
No, don't say shit like that. No, I don't. I
I'm
don't
kidding.
mean this.
No, don't do it.
I
I'm
don't
kidding.
mean this. I get what you mean to a minor degree, but a lot of stuff I would still say, while it was exciting, exhilarating, it's like the risk is still not worth it. You know?
I will say this though: you should probably, if you're having that feeling, you should probably get it off your chest before when you're still young.
Austin, you
I'm just
shouldn't say
saying-
shit like
no,
that.
I'm saying you shouldn't decide to do it when you're 20 because guess
Oh,
what? They're
yeah.
gonna go, "What the hell's wrong with you? You're a full-blown adult.
Yeah,
Get some help."
it is true.
And
okay.
we're gonna get you help.
I still be safe though. Don't be an idiot. I don't know. Still, it's not worth it. I like vandalism. It's not worth it, and it's destroying
Well,
someone else's
okay,
property.
hold on. I'm not condoning vandalism.
Okay. Just so
you
we're
know,
clear.
I'm not condoning
But you're
anything.
condoning having fun, but don't. Yeah.
What I mean is,
We're treading thin ground
I don't know.
here.
You do dumb shit when you're young. Okay, that's just a
Yeah.
conclusion.
Which
So-
we don't need to encourage it because they naturally do anyway.
yeah, they're gonna do it anyway.
Kids do it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
true. I
kids
totally
do it.
agree. So we're getting up to the end here. So
Ooh.
Jamie, give some final thoughts.
Is it actually right? at the end?
We're pretty much at the end. So, and I feel like we covered quite a bit of ground. We went all over the
did.
place.
We really did.
I had a
Is-
lot. I had a lot of fun to do. It was
Yeah,
good. I
this
had a
was
lot
good.
of fun.
This is
Yeah.
good. Is this wait? So I thought when we when that pee break happened, I thought there was 20 minutes. Has it actually been 20
No,
minutes?
no, it was 12 minutes left.
Oh, I see. That
So
makes more
we're,
sense. 'Cause I'm like,
yeah.
how is my grasp of time that bad? I was
I
like,
know.
this doesn't make any sense. Okay, well, all right. So final thoughts. Don't listen to us about. Don't listen to Austin. If you are a child, just do your homework.
You're just worried your siblings are listening. Let's be honest.
Yes, that's
I
true
know.
too.
I know.
But yes, okay. Final thoughts.
Which, in that case, I do agree. Yeah, don't do that stuff.
No, don't. But all right. But yeah, have some fun, everyone. Life's short.
Oh, piss off!
We're giving mixed signals.
You know what?
That's not fun though.
That's
Vandalism
bad.
isn't
Everything's
cool.
bad. Stop it. Okay,
All right.
we're gonna wrap this up and say that we didn't condone anything we said this whole episode.
That is true. Although, if you want to get adults, if you want to get naked around a fire, that's cool. I don't care.
A what?
Around a fire.
Oh, okay.
If you're a
okay,
grown
yeah.
adult, go for it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much, guys.
Yes, thanks for listening.
For tuning in.
Take care, everyone. Stay safe out there.
As always, we'll see you next week.
Yes.